Alright, should be getting started, and we are off. B Lightning's timer is a little late there. So, as expected, both runners are going to start with Flashman, and the reason, as I've stated before, and if you're familiar with this, the reason you go to Flashman first is twofold. One, it's the most straightforward level in the game. There are really no glitches or tricks or anything to really make this go much faster if you had all the items. The other reason is they want to get item 3, which will be useful to them in Heatman stage, and while it is to be determined whether they will go Heat second or Airman second, but at some point they're going to need item 3. The more experienced and accomplished runners generally do Heatman second. It's a little faster overall, but it's also a little riskier because you're trying to speed your way through the opening section of Airman stage using item 1. And no guarantees that it's going to be successful, though overall the success rate thus far from what I've seen in this tournament has been pretty high. So Lightning got to Flashman first. The idea with Flashman is you want to stay as close as you can. You can do as much damage as quickly as possible, but Lightning had a little trouble. We couldn't get the flashless run, neither jveth, but both of them clear out at about the same time, Lightning about 3 or 4 seconds ahead. So a good start for both of our runners. Now, for those of you not familiar with this, you might be wondering, why are they playing Japanese version? Well, the scrolling screens that you're seeing is the reason why. In the North American version, this takes a very long time with all the characters going across the screen. So overall, the Japanese version, just because of this text scroll alone, saves about 42 seconds. So Lightning is going to go Air second, and jveth is going to go Heat second. So we got a route divergence. Now Lightning going Air second is a little safer overall. He's not going to be doing as many damage boosts through this level, which will give him put him in a good health situation for the Airman fight. At the same time, though, it is slower, and this section here takes much longer if you're not using the item 1 skip. jveth going for a small skip, using a fadeaway with item 3, didn't get the shot, so no NBA career for him. jveth's gonna try and use item 3 here to set up the first major skip, flipping through the wall, no problem there. Very nicely done. So now, come to the blocks, and if you do Air second, this section actually goes faster because you can use item 2 to just zoom through this section without any trouble. So both sides have their strengths and merits. jveth gets through the blocks just fine. A little bit of damage from the jumping robot. He is at Heat about 10 to 15 seconds ahead of Lightning, but Heatman stage is overall a little shorter than Airman. So jveth here is going to try and do a little bullfighting with Heatman by jumping out of the way and doing some buffer strats, and the time it takes between Heat's charges could be 30, 60, or 90 frames. We're hoping for a lot of 30s, and so far, jveth's getting mostly longer ones, a lot of 60s and 90s. Airman is out for B Lightning, very nicely done, and Heatman is not far off. So, good second stages for both of our runners, and now you're going to see them play the other level that the other player played. And they're going to be availing themselves of the items that they just collected to make those levels go faster. So it'll be interesting to see how strong their execution is on that front. chat commenting on a good airman fight, and it was very good. Very clean and very well executed. So they're pretty much even at this point. We're not going to really know who's in the lead until after they complete their third level. I'd say Lightning maybe is a little bit ahead, but not by much. jveth doing a good job using a flash stopper to get through that opening section. Now he's going to be using item 1 to go through this section really fast. He's going to be doing a few damage boosts along the way. Try and get through this. This is very tricky with a lot of tight jumps, but very fine job by jveth getting through that. So, Lightning trying to go, lost the handle on the ladder there, so he had to wait for a couple of seconds, but got through. Now he's going to use item 2 to cross the chasm here. Burn out most of his item 2 and pick up an extra life while he's at it. Never a bad thing. So, Lightning, 2 corridors away from Heatman. Playing it safe with the robot. Good idea. He could have used Flash Stopper as well if he wanted, but you know, no problem there. So both runners are at the bosses at pretty much the same time. jveth, Airman, and B Lightning is at Heatman, and jveth not getting a lot of help from Airman there. Didn't get a very good pattern, but gets rid of him at 656. Lightning not far behind. He's still doing the bullfighting with Heatman. Okay. Damage boost and clears him out at 713. So a 17-second advantage overall for jveth through three robot masters. So the routes diverged, they've converged, and almost certainly they will be doing Clashman 4th, which is a level that has some huge sequence breaks, and they're going to go for one right away. But the one they're going to go for is going to allow them to skip about half the level and a lot of tedious platforming. So let's see how they kind of strat. Okay, jveth is going to go for the safer version of this skip. Clip into that wall there, very nicely done. Rolling right along. Gonna switch to Heatman and charge it up to make it a quicker death than it would have been otherwise, and he is up to the checkpoint. So Lightning also executing the strat, looking good so far. Heatman, and okay, good. So good clash skips for both of them. jveth had a little trouble there with item 1 going up that ladder, but he's fine. Good item 3 used by jveth to speed up going up these ladders. It's a lot harder than you think. Yeah, he did. But they're all pros here. They know what they're doing. So, Lightning making his long, lonely climb up the ladder. Well, jveth is going to take on Clashman. I think he's probably going to use a strat to draw him over. Nope. If you shoot left, you can draw Clashman over, and you can go for a double hit on him as he charges at you. But no problem anyway. Three tornadoes, and he's done. Lightning clearing the area before going on to Clashman. So again, jveth with a slight lead, but still a lot of game left to be played. And now we come to Quickman, which will be making great use of that flash stopper, and we'll see how he does. There are a couple of major sequence skips that both runners are going to try to execute. First one should be coming up in a minute. So this one here, they're just going to clip. Oh, jveth didn't like what he had there, so he's going to do it again and misses a second time. So having a little trouble setting up that corner clip. That should be nope. So rather decided to just play through. Save himself. He needs some item 1 for a sequence skip. The next at the end of this level here. Lightning gonna try it. Nope. No dice. Try a second time. Okay, he's got it. So done. Okay, about going, eluding the speed of the bars as they come after him. No problem. Lightning. Continuing his descent. jveth does the skip. He's sliding over to the door. It looks like he's got it. Done. So, Lightning deciding not to just go through this the slow way. Missed a clash bomb, but was able to keep Quickman in the corner, so he took some damage as a result from the explosion. So nicely done by jveth on the Quickman fight. Let's see how Lightning does. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, he missed a shot. Let's see if he lures him in. Yep, and gets a double. He gets like triple damage, I think, off the explosion. Very good from Lightning. So Metal Man is 6th. Another level with plenty of skips. jveth setting up the first one. Clips the wall and allows him to go through skip a rather tedious and long-winded section. Chad is saying 20 seconds behind. Thank you. I only do splits for the Robot Masters after the 3rd and 8th fights. So jveth using item 2 to... Ooh, he missed! Ran into one of the enemies. The dancing enemies, so he's going to have to do this the zipless way. Not zipless, but he's going to have to do this the long way. Probably not too thrilled about that, but gives Lightning a chance to catch up a bit. Uses item 2 correctly. Just like it. Good. Jumps. One more. Oh. So very good. So Lightning has helped close the gap thanks to that. So Metal Man's pretty simple. Just stand on the left side of the arena and throw quick boomerangs, and he won't charge at you. Oh, he got a little too close, but had plenty of health, and he's out. Lightning. See how he executes. Good job. So far, so good. Very good fight from Lightning. So we've got the race is starting to converge a bit here. Woodman is 7th. Another major skip a la Clash Man. Attempt the good wood skip, but first we're going to use item 2 to get through this opening section. See everything that nature has to offer: trees and robotic bunnies. jveth deciding uses heat on the first dog and is going to just use flash stopper to get to the last 2, and Lightning also doing the same thing. So that's not a strat I've seen run very often. but works fine. jveth setting up the good wood skip will allow him to skip right to the boss arena. So far, so good. Lightning setting up his. jveth having a little trouble there, it looks like. So, okay, looks like he's got it. The Heat Man gonna charge up, so he gets a quick death there. Okay. Last screen transition, and alright, very good. Very nicely done by jveth. Lightning shouldn't be too far behind. Looks like he's got finishing up his, so use Airman's ability to make the quicker fight. Normally, in the normal version of the game, the normal difficulty, you'd use Heat for a one-hit kill. Here, that doesn't quite work. Airman is actually fast. So another good fight from jveth. Lightning. Airman's ability to go through those leaves. Not as clean as jveth overall, but still solid. So our last robot master, Bubble Man. There's going to be one major sequence break. Not really one sequence break they're going to do. Otherwise, it's going to be fairly straightforward overall. Use item 2 to get through this opening section. jveth doing a little dance on the edge there for our for the viewing audience. Ooh, Lightning goes on, lost the handle, and I think that was intentional. I'm not sure, but that's an unfortunate death for him. That's the first real mistake he's made, so he's gonna have to do the rest of this normally. But he gets through. jveth executed the item 1 skip into the ceiling nicely, so. Almost Bubble Man, a pretty simple boss. The Metal Blades will make quick work of him. The only thing to watch out for is Bubble Man might throw several bubbles at him, anywhere up to 3, and Lightning had a little trouble with the item 1 skip, missed it twice. That gets it on the 3rd try. Very good. So jveth, 2 bubbles from Bubble Man. But takes care of him, and he is finished with the Robot Masters at 1757. So, not the worst or the best seen in this tournament thus far. I think the best I've seen still in a tournament match is 1604 from Prissy. So, jveth getting ready to do the Wily stages. So, Lightning should be about 45 seconds behind, maybe, my count. Yep, 1841, so that's 44 seconds. So, we go to Wily 1, enjoy the music. Good use of item 2 there to start it off. Some runners will actually go through this section the long way and save item 2 for Wily 2 for that bike chasm. Is how you would normally play it, but jveth going for a vertical skip. Looks like he got it. Yep. He's having a little trouble getting up there, but he's through. Lightning getting ready to start Wily 1. See what Stratz. It appears he's gonna opt for saving item 2 for later. jveth, looks like, yes, he got the second vertical skip, so 2 for 2 there. jveth has quick boomerang ready. The dragon can be really trolly. If you're lucky, he won't shoot any fireballs at you, and you hope not, because those things do significant blowback. A couple of 3 fireballs, but jveth mashes effectively to take care of the dragon. So very nicely done. Lightning still working his way up the tower. Not going to go for the vertical skip here. He's just going to play it zipless. Fine. Go with what you know. Don't try and do stuff in a race that you don't know or haven't practiced. It's a recipe for disaster. So jveth's going to try to go for a clip here in the wall, getting a damage boost for item 1, and okay, you got it. Very nicely done. So that's going to be a key difference between the two runners. Lightning is going to use item 2 for that section. Get himself actually an extra energy tank and an extra life, I believe. Good fight from Lightning on the dragon. No problems there. jveth has the wood shield ready to get him through this corridor. In a perfect world, you get no item drops, or minimal item drops. He had two small ammo pickups. Not a big thing. Lightning starting Wily 2. Lightning using item 2, very good. jveth fighting the Wily 2 boss, the Flying Toasters, or whatever you want to call them. I prefer Flying Toast. Chat, you got a better suggestion? Nice thing with the Wily 2 bosses, there is no RNG. Same pattern every single time. Very nicely done by jveth, 2240. The Wily 2. Based on this. Based on this, jveth seems to be about on pace for about a 30-45 or so, based on the splits I've seen in other races. But a lot of game left to be played. Okay, get your predictions out for sharks. How many sharks? Wily 3. Two sharks for jveth. How many is Lightning gonna get? Very good fight from Lightning. He is about 65 seconds behind by Mike. Predictions of 4 and 3 in chat. I gotta remember to do this sooner next time. So jveth, no problems with Wily 3. It's probably the easiest of the 6 Wily stages overall. The only thing you gotta worry about are the spikes as you're doing your descent, but once you know that, it's pretty simple. 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps, 4, 5 jump. 5 jump boss 3 for jveth. Ideally, you're hoping for 3. Chad is bringing out their fish emojis. Yep, we got 4 of them. So jveth about to start what is lovingly known in the RM2 Mega Man 2 community as Purple Hell. Well, you're about to see why. Runs can be made or broken in this level, and races have been won and lost on this level. There'll be a number of skips that the runners are going to try to execute, starting with this one, another ceiling skip. jveth executes it nicely. So, 2... kind of a staggered fight for Lightning, but gets through it just fine. Very good. So, these spike rooms are always tricky just because you're doing a lot, there's a lot of moving parts, especially in this third room here where you're doing a damage boost while you're using item 1 to get through these corridors. It's going to be pretty tricky. Be a little pause buffering here. jveth goes through it, no problem. So now he's going to set up an item 1 skip to get himself into prime position for the Wily 4 boss. You don't want metal blades. You want clash bombs here. Looks like he's in good position. Ooh, takes probably a little high there. He's got to be careful. He needs to perfectly execute his item 1. Okay. jveth's still got to be careful, but the worst of it appears to be over. Yes, Kyle, precise. What was that metal blade in the zip? He's running low on health. He might want to just play it safe. Okay, he's done. So 2654 for jveth. So a little drama there in Wily 4. Lightning didn't quite get the quick route that he wanted, but get through it. So now we come to refights. And there's a pretty, well, what is that? There's a normal pattern. jveth is going with Airman first. Not getting a lot of help from the pattern, from the tornado patterns. Having a little trouble there. Lightning's not going to try for the skip. He's just going to play this through. So jveth's now fighting Woodman. Most of the races I've seen, Quickman is up first. Double there. Lightning taking the slower path through this fight. Good Clashman fight from Lightning. Quickman is up now, and you normally would use Clash Bombs here, but trying to preserve as much Clash Bombs you have left for the Wily Machine fight, because they're weak to Clash Bombs. Good fight. Lightning gonna want to hold on to those Clash Bombs, and also wants to stay on the platform for as long as possible. So, a suboptimal fight in Wily 4 puts Lightning almost 2 minutes behind after Wily 4. Using some of those skips that jveth did is kind of put him behind. Metal Man, 1, 2, we're done. jveth's within. Oh. Thank you, jveth, for clarifying. We've got Wily Machine. We use Heat Strats for the first phase, and then Clash Bomb for the second time around. Second phase. Time this correctly. Very good. So 2950 for jveth 5. Lightning working his way through the refights. Lightning not getting a lot of help there from tornado patterns. He's out. Hits, he's done. jveth's going to take the solitary path down the corridor. Because he has no item 1 left. Can't make use of that skip. He's got plenty of bubble ammo. Lightning is still working through the reef fights. Got 2 more to go before fighting Wily Machine. jveth taking some damage boosts while fighting the alien. Ooh, almost got bodied there. Gonna reset himself. Because the nice thing with the alien is it's same pattern every single time. Oh, he's got to be careful. Okay, he's done. So, GG to jveth for game 1. He finishes with an official SRL time of 31 minutes, 18 seconds. Lightning is out of Clash Bomb. No, he's not. Sorry. Looked like he was out of Clash Bombs. But he finishes off Wily Machine at 31:33, so still about a minute 40 behind jveth. According to my records, he's got a shot at a PB. So let's give him some hype and support. This is indeed correct. Yeah, his PB's 33:48. He should be well on his way to about a 32:45, I'd say. So let's give him all your support. Not every day you get one of those. This little dance around the alien. Taking his time, playing it safe. And he is done. Finishes with an official SRL time of 33 minutes. Well, I actually just checked with Lightning in SRL chat. It is not a PB. He says he missed it by 5 seconds. So that because he said he started his timer a little late, which he did, but still, that's 32, 52, 33 minutes. You know, to be 5 seconds off your PB, nonetheless, that's outstanding. In a race setting, that's really good. So that, but still give him some props. He played pretty well, all things considered. I mean, the only part where he really had any kind of struggles was probably the Wily 4 boss, but you know, that's something. But either way, that was a very good raise from Lightning, and that's very good. So our racers are going to take a few minutes to get some water and sort of gather themselves before playing game 2. We start in the next 5 minutes. I don't know what a whole lot else we're going to see really in match number 2. The only thing that both runners will probably try to do is probably just better overall execution with some of the skips and better overall play in the second half of the Wily stages. A couple of minor hiccups in Wily 4 for jveth and for Lightning that I'm sure they will try and work on and get right. But that's all. But overall, they both played very well in Game 1. And incidentally, if you've not given these runners a follow, give them a follow. They're putting on a good show for us this fine afternoon. A little bit of tournament action before the Final Four, if you're into that kind of thing. I actually just went through their splits post Robot Masters, and actually Lightning was a little faster in the Robot Master stages, I think. No, I'm sorry. I counted. No, what happens when you forget how to do math? But no, the Wily splits were 13-21 for jveth and 14-11 for Lightning. So, 50-second difference. Looks like our runners are ready to go for Game 2 of this best of 3. Lightning is now officially has his back to the wall. One more loss and the match is done. He will be exiting the tournament with a usual assortment of parting gifts and what have you. If jveth wins, he will be playing. Double check on this. He will be playing Zaraki 0427 in the consolation final. So. See what happens. Good luck to both runners. I think we're about ready to begin. And they are off. Lightning got a little bit ahead. jveth started his timer a little prematurely, but we'll work that out. It's all based on SRL times anyways. So again, you're not going to see a whole lot of variation in their routing. They're going to go with what they're comfortable and familiar with, and there's really no reason to expect them to make a drastic change, particularly for a game like this. Play to your strengths and work through it. So, we get these guys synced up. Okay, they're on. Back to it. Lightning navigating Flashman's stage a little more cleanly than jveth early on. Takes some additional damage there. That's unfortunate. But he's about a second or two ahead on the in terms of routing. So let's see how Flashman goes again. They want to stay close to Flashman and deal as much damage as possible up close before he gets to use Flash Stopper. No luck for either runner, so he gets one flash off. Flashman, Lightning had a little trouble in the second half of the fight, but gets through, and both actually cleared a... Oh, jveth actually took a death. Wow. That's unfortunate. Got caught there, so he'll go again, but at least he'll be at full health. jveth gets caught by the Flash Stopper, but takes care of him the second time around with only one hit. It's like, jveth's probably thinking, man, why did that happen the first time? It's always the way, isn't it? So, Rockman any percent. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, Lightning using Flash Stopper to get through this opening section. Again, most of the top tier runners will go Heat second because it's a little faster overall, but it is riskier than what Lightning is doing, which is going Air second and then Heatman third. But it's just something you got to learn through practice, and Lightning feels more comfortable with this, so it works. But yeah, this section does take much longer if you don't have item 1 from Heatman. But on the plus side, you get item 2 from Airman, which makes the section of Heatman stage go much faster. So it kind of evens out. Kyle Precise, yeah, he died. jveth took a death in Flashman's fight, in the fight with Flashman. Lightning didn't get the little clip with the birds, so no, fortunate, but he's on his way to a second fight. Airman, again, pure RNG as far as where the tornadoes generate, so you're hoping for something nice. That's a good pattern. Another good pattern, at least he's able to do damage through them. So, nice fight from Lightning. jveth mistimed his shot and took a body hit from Heatman. Heatman does 8 damage if he bodies you, so you want to be very careful. Seems to have settled into a rhythm, and he's getting a lot of 30 and 60s from Heatman. Good fight. Good kill. So, Dr. Light pontificating at length about item 2 again. So, Heatman up third for Lightning. jveth's going to go in the opposite direction, and they'll converge after this fight, and their routes should be identical the rest of the way through. Can't imagine they're going to do anything out of the ordinary in a race. It's really impractical too, anyways. The only exception might be using going Bubble 7th and Wood 8th for, but otherwise they're gonna pretty much play the same route. Lightning going for the fadeaway, didn't get it. We once again have reinforced no NBA for any of these people. Lightning had a little trouble with the item 3 skip, as I recall, in match 1. Having a little trouble again, didn't get the... Oh, it's going to take the safer but longer way. Clip through the wall. Okay, good job. jveth gets through the opening section of Airman, no problem. Validating his route once again by going by taking the riskier but faster route. Lightning using item 2 to great effect. So again, deciding to just wait for the robot to jump instead of using Flash Stopper. Fair enough. So Lightning heading into Heatman's arena. jveth's about 10 seconds away from Airman. Ooh, Lightning taking a body hit from Heatman. He's got to be careful. He takes another one. He can't afford to get hit from this point on. He's in real trouble. So, jveth, in spite of the death, finishes about 2 seconds ahead of Lightning. So, 7:32 for jveth, 7:34 for Lightning. Very tight, very close so far in these proceedings, but jveth probably has the overall long-term advantage because he seems to have better execution on some of the skips that Lightning did not attempt, particularly in the second half of the game. jveth actually took a long way around in the menuing to get to Clashman. So that actually gave Lightning about a 1 second, got him within a second, I think. Both runners going to use the safer item 1 clip. Clashman. Both successfully utilize the Clashman skip, so we're going to move on to second half of the level, make the long, lonely climb to Clashman's arena. Good item 3 skip there from jveth. Lightning's 1 screen transition behind right now. Good item 3 usage from jveth. Gets up to the final ladder. Lightning again staying close behind. Very tight game 2 so far. So both players have made some mistakes. jveth's had a nice double hit from jveth on the with the Airman's ability, getting the double hit. Very nicely done. Not quite as flashy, but Lightning takes care of him as well. So about a 7/8 second difference between our runners at this point. They head to Quick Man. jveth's gonna grab himself an extra life here because he needs one to do the good wood skip. That's the problem with a couple of these skips is you have to burn lives to get them, so you are kind of running on a slight, with little margin for error, particularly as you go deeper into this run. Check. jveth trying to go for the item 1 skip, but doesn't get it. It's 0 for 2. He had a hard time with this in game 1. Okay, looks like third time was indeed the charm. Nope, he didn't. Missed. So he's going to have to play this through. Lightning successfully executes it, so he takes the lead now. jveth was working on the skip to Quickman, and got to be careful with that one because if he misses, he's soft locked. It would cost him about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. But let us not hope for that, and let us hope this commentator hasn't just cursed him. So, Lightning is not going to use the item 1 skip. He's just going to use Airman's ability to pass these robots. Safer. So now jveth has a chance to take the lead or draw them even. So far, he's shuffling his way over, gets through, very good. Lightning is in first. Brief. A perfect fight from Lightning. 7 on his shots. So is jveth. So very good execution from both runners. Lightning got a great pattern from Quickman and just hit him with clash bombs at point blank. So, gonna move on to Metal Man. Again, a few major skips here. jveth had a little trouble in game 1. Had to take the long way on a couple of cases. Lightning misses the first attempt at the item 1 skip. Sets himself up. Very nicely done. Slides right through. Saves himself about 15-20 seconds. jveth right behind him. About a half a room behind. Lightning setting up another skip. This saves about a half a second. And it looks pretty cool. So, setting up item 2. This is where jveth had some trouble in game 1. Missed time to jump and had to do the section that Lightning's just now going over the long way. See, he's just going to go through it again. He's just going to play it normally. Very well. Lightning is into Metal Man first. As again with Metal Man, just stay on the left side of the arena and just spam him with quick boomerangs. Lightning got a little too close, but it was able to get him on the wraparound. jveth jumping in place. Also got a little too close, but takes care of him. Good fights for both runners. Woodman. Metal Man looks like a doctor, according to chat. Yeah, he kind of does, doesn't he? Although he's not the kind of doctor one would recommend to anybody. Lightning actually missing the item 2. It's not really a skip, but it allows you to just sail through that level pretty quickly. So, to go for a backup. So, Lightning getting heat. Heat is charged up heat shot ready. Takes care of the dog. A little short on the minor skip through the ceiling there. Yeah, free extra life. Very good. So here comes the good wood skip. Not at all. It looked well. The runners swear to me it's easier than it looks, but Lightning having a little trouble here. Okay, looks like he got it the second time. jveth's setting up. So, it's hard to tell who's exactly leading here. Both of them seem to be having different troubles, but looks like jveth's pulled ahead. Lightning's still having trouble. I think he took a death. Yes, he did. That's unfortunate. So jveth successfully executes Goodwood and taken pretty comfortable lead at this stage. Probably up by about 30 seconds, at least. Good fight from jveth. Lightning still working on his skip. I think he missed it again. Yes, he did. Oof. That's unfortunate. It is very unfortunate indeed. He's going to have to do it a third time now, and he's out of lives. So, well, actually, he can't do it a third time. He's out of lives. So he's going to have to play Woodman's stage normally. So chooses. Oof. I'll take the heat for that, for saying it's not that hard, or being assured it wasn't that hard. But so if nothing else, you get to see that the metal blades pretty much wreck everything in their path. jveth setting up the ceiling clip there. Nicely done. Lightning trying to grind his way through the level. Comment in chat that you didn't know you could fight Woodman that way, and you can. Heatman in the normal American difficulty would just require one fully charged Heatman shot, but in the difficult version, in difficult mode, you need two. So Airman is actually a little faster overall. Speaking of which, Lightning's about to fight Woodman. Same time, jveth's about to fight Bubble Man. Ooh, take another death from Lightning, and that's a game over. That's very unfortunate. But he's gonna have to do the. He's gonna have to start over on this level. He was very close too. Seems like that missing that item 2 skip at the start of Woodman just kind of let everything spiral to an unfortunate culmination of events, so that's too bad. So jveth is now in the driver's seat here as he gets ready to face off against Wily. He finished the Wily 1 stages in 1829, which is 32 seconds slower than he did in Game 1, but at this point, I don't think he's complaining too much. Oh, he missed item 2, though. He's going to have to choice here. It looks like he's just going to go through this normally, so this might actually entice... I'd encourage him to use item 2, maybe, start of Wily 2, instead of going for the clip again, but we'll see. Lightning is now going to once again try the Goodwood skip, while jveth is going for the ceiling clip. Looks like he got it. Very good. Looks like Lightning's got it this time. Yes, he does. So, an unfortunate turn of events for Lightning, but he's going to power on through here. jveth, you're going to go for the clip in the ceiling. He just missed, unfortunately. Lightning takes out Woodman. No danger this time. jveth about to fight Dragon. Not the easiest fight, and jveth's playing on the edge there of those platforms. He seems everything under control. So again, don't want the dragon to be shooting fireballs at you because they do significant blowback. Taking his time and gets through it. Lightning, meanwhile, didn't get the item to zip over the top there, so he'll just go on through the normal way. Good fight. jveth, good fight on the dragon in Wily 1, so we'll see how he does in Wily 2 here. Have to be careful. Sets up damage boost. Oh, he was a little too close. He's gonna have to do this again. Looks like he's gonna go for the item 1 skip again. Ooh, takes some damage. Oh no! Trying to do it. Trying to set up the clip while the enemy was attacking him, and could not get it to go. And he, takes a death. I think that's a game over. Yeah. Didn't have. Just a little too didn't have enough item 2 ammo. So the good news is he gets to start with a fresh amount of ammunition, and he is nursing based on their 8 robot master completion times of 4-minute and 17-second lead. Lightning on his way to the Wily stages. jveth had a little trouble getting over those barriers, but he's through. So carry on through. No. Lightning, again, opting to just save his item 2 for Wily 2. jveth take on the Flying Toasters. Gotta be careful here. But he should be okay. I think the danger is past here. He should be fine. Oh no! I jinxed him. Sorry, jveth. Oh dear. So that is unfortunate, but good news is he can still afford. Oh no! It's time to jump a little. He's got to take it slow here. Use item 1 to get over these chains. Careful, he cannot take a single hit from the boss. Okay, now he can. He's got the item 1 spare because game over he took. Well, he didn't take. He incurred a game over. So he did it on purpose. So good dragon fight from Lightning. So He has narrowed the gap a bit, but still pretty far. About a couple minutes, please. Oh. Okay. Okay, he's clear. Not by any means easy, but he gets through, and lightning just barely avoids the bouncing enemy. So get your fish predictions in, everybody. Lightning, again, using item 2 to get across the chasm. jveth, reloading on some metal blade ammo, it looks like. Good idea. Gonna need that. So this is where got 1 fish. Here's 7. 2 fish. Lightning missed the item 3. Do it again. Okay, he's up. Use flash stopper here for the rest of this. Ever speaking of that Wily 2 again. Good idea, jveth. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let us never speak of that again. So we will say that you know, things haven't gone quite the way jveth had intended, so now it's going to be how he recovers and how he adapts to his current situation. Here, they're both on their bosses, Wily 2 and Wily 3 boss. Got a few more jumps than usual, but gets rid of the Wily 3 boss, Lightning, fighting the flying toasters. Good execution. Ooh, he's a little early on that second to last one, and he's done at 28:04, so he's about 2 minutes and 8 seconds behind. jveth refilling on the necessities as he gets ready to do Purple Hell. Lightning getting ready to start Wily 3, which is... didn't get the ceiling skip. Or no, wait, that's sorry. This is the ceiling skip. Okay, you got it. Very nicely done. Fish. Okay, so if you guess 3, you are the winner. A winner is you. Beth taking his time through the spike rooms. Someone in chat saying they're a genius for predicting correctly. Well, yeah, you're a genius. We'll give you that one. Lightning jumping a little early there on the boomerangs. jveth having a little... Okay, using metal blades to help zoom through that. So let's see how this boss fight goes. jveth had some trouble in game 1. Can't see what he's... Okay, there we go. Looks like he's getting the optimum setup. Flash bomb, yes, okay, that's enough. Good. Wasn't able to get the damage transfer, so he's going to be a Clash Bomb short, but he's done at 30-15. Going into the refights, Lightning's just getting started with Purple Hell. jveth, again, using a slightly different route than what most of the runners that I've seen use. Go to Airman first. So one down. Switch over and take on Woodman. Lightning, using every last one of those iframes to get across that spike floor. Careful. Another death from Woodman. Strikes again, this time jveth. Lightning, a little low on his second item 1 shot, but gets through. jveth having a little trouble getting inside the kill zone, but finally gets through. Lightning opting to do zipless strats. Get to the boss. Okay. jveth, I think he's out of... Is he out of air ammo? Okay. I think that was on purpose. Yeah, he's gonna just reset. But this gives Lightning a chance here to catch up, but he's still about 30, 40. Ooh! Oh no. Be precise with his... Lightning's gonna be precise with his flash bomb shots from here on out. Can't afford to miss. So. Okay. Does he have should have enough. Woodman again, we're gonna try this. Okay, so he's through with Woodman. He's gonna have to go for a Lightning has to do a damage transfer here. If he misses, it's over. Oh no! Oh wow! That is... That might be game for Lightning, and yes indeed, he has forfeited. Game it. For those of you who didn't realize, this game is not forgiving in the least. Very thin margin for error. So jveth is still going to have to complete his run, but he doesn't have to worry about losing at this point. I'll just play it through, and it's been a fairly bumpy ride for jveth in Game 2, but shown some very good backup strats, good heads-up play. Metal Man refight, a 1-2 punch. Metal Man, how we hardly knew ye. Flash Man, last one up. Okay, here comes the refight. He's got enough clash bombs to be able to do a 2-hit kill on Wily Machine if he hits them in the right spot. One down. Oh, he shot a little high, so he's gonna have to use metal blades. Let's see how much. Okay. So, one more room. One more level, and jveth will move on to his consolation final match. Ooh. So quickly we forget, those drops do significant amounts of damage. So, the alien comes out. Still think they should have kept with that plot twist of Wily being an alien the whole time. Would have been pretty wild, I think. But, what do I know? Taking his time, he's got to be careful. Bubbles, the shots just plenty of damage, and he has got done with an official SRL time of 36 minutes 19 seconds. And Wily 6 acid drops you. Yes, indeed. See if either of our runners are interested in a quick interview. jveth is coming. And give our runners a follow if you haven't already. They really deserve it. They put on a good show for us this afternoon. Yes, you can give me a follow too if you want. I don't really play a lot of Mega Man per se, but I've been known to dabble once in a while. So waiting for... speak of the devil. GG's, jveth. Congratulations. There?
I'm sitting here wondering why I can't talk, and I forgot I set push to talk.
Ah, gotcha. Well, hear you loud and clear now, so GG, today's win.
Thank you.
Really had to work for it in game 2, huh? It's like...
Yeah, Woodman was out for blood for both of us.
Yeah, almost take it for granted because it seems like it's almost automatic the way people have been going through it, but today he just came out and got both of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was a bit of a bumpy ride for you in the Wily stages, especially in game 2. You're starting to get a little nervous after the game over, or did you just kind of know that you could still execute effectively?
I got a little flustered when I messed up the first go at the Wily 2-zip, but after I had died, I'm just like, you know what, just game over. I tried to go through it the correct way with item 2, but I ran out.
Yeah.
Once I respawned, I was able to settle down and actually execute it the right way, and then, you know, died to the blocks.
Yeah. It's like, but after that, yeah, it was not the easiest of game twos, but you were able to finish off the Wily 4 boss, and Lightning unfortunately ran out of Clash bombs.
Yeah, I saw that. I had to stream up in the background.
Yeah. So you move on to play Zaraki in the consolation finals. Any thoughts about that?
Well, he's already beaten me once.
So anything you think you're going to work on specifically to get ready for the final to give yourself a really good chance?
The quick zip again. The fact that I can't seem to get it right now is kind of bugging me a little bit.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like you do it so well, and then suddenly forget. It's like you used to know how to do this. It's like,
Yep.
Well, I'm sure you'll get it figured out.
Yeah, maybe I won't have to use Metal Blade to trigger the Wily 4 zip once in my life.
Well, hey, it works. So if you can get it that consistently, then go for it.
Yeah, it's one way to go about it.
Yeah. So, any other final thoughts, impressions about today's match?
Not really. Thank you for commentating. Thank you, Fiesel, for restreaming.
All right. Well, thank you again for stepping in for this interview. I think that will do it for us. I think we got another... I don't know if we have any other races going on today. Peek at the schedule. No, this is it for today. There will be no restreaming tomorrow, but we do have a race tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Conster 786 will play Lightning in their match. Other than that, there's nothing officially on the docket going forward. Still have about a week before group play closes. We move on to the bracket, so I'm sure there'll be the usual rush of people trying to get their matches in. So with that, thanks again to jveth and Lightning for putting on a good race for us, and GG's to both of them. Good luck to jveth in his consolation final. I'm Pro8007, and thank you for watching and listening. Hope it was enjoyable, and for those of you who celebrate, have a wonderful Easter and Passover. Thank you.